The Buena Vida Foundation is a charitable foundation. We serve the residents here and the employees and the community outside of our area.
The mission of the Buena Vida Foundation is multifaceted, but the primary mission is to make sure that Buena Vida itself is capable of taking care of all of its residents, always, regardless of whether they outlive their financial means or not.
Of course, the contract we sign indicates that we will not be asked to leave when we run out of money. However, if there are significant numbers of people who run out of money, that would just cause an increase for everybody else. Somebody has to eventually pay for those who cannot support themselves. And the foundation is very much involved in that.
You know, the foundation helped in the beginning. Not only did it help out a number of residents, helping paying their monthly fees, but it also helped with services. The original night nurses were paid out of the foundation. We only had one van. We needed more van service. That was paid out of the foundation. They also were very patriotic, and we didn't have our nice flags out there, so one of the first things that the foundation paid for was the big flag poles that we have out front.
The chapel was really built by the foundation. The guest rooms, the hotel rooms, the Sullivan Center, all these things that come up that are sort of not planned for but are needed, the foundation has been there to help.
Times have been good for the last number of years at Buena Vida for both our residents and for Buena Vida. So they have other things that they've kind of are spending money on.
Foundation helps students at Buena Vida, employees and their children of Buena Vida, to get an education.
We have lovely, lovely people that work here. They want to further their education, but for some reason or another they can't. And so we have offered a scholarship to our employees or to their families. We very carefully monitor it. The money does not go into their hands, but rather it goes to the school. It's been very, very successful.
I started working at Buena Vida as a food runner in the kitchen. I was going up to the assisted living floors, and I would see the nurses interact with, the residents. And so I thought maybe I should try that. And I was lucky enough to get a position as a CNA and realized my passion for nursing at that time.
I started school the same time I started here. When I had started school, I had got a loan out my first semester, and I just was so distraught from that. I'm still paying that off. And then because I had no idea we had scholarships here.
The residents kind of would talk about it, and I overheard, because I started going back to school, and I heard them say, oh, you should apply for a scholarship. I applied, and I was, nervous and, oh, am I going to get it, or, whatever. But luckily I did, and I was able to get multiple scholarships as well.
I'm studying to be a software engineer. I just feel like it'd be a really good field to go in. It's so broad. There's so many ways you can go.
I am a cardiac ICU nurse up at Holmes Regional. I love what I do. I love my interaction with the patients and the families. It's not just about taking care of the patients, it's about the families as well. I'm very lucky to get to do what I do.
So we think that it makes our employees better. We know it does. We know that when they're on the right path to improve their life, which is what a scholarship helps them do. We don't make them better, they make themselves better. And that's what's important about the scholarship program.
The scholarship I received from the Buena Vida Foundation, it's helped me become the person that I am today. It's like a big family here, so being able to receive that, I was able to go back to school, go to nursing school, and become the nurse that I am today.
I think it's important also to remember that everything we do as a foundation is dependent on the donations of our residents and our friends.
The foundation has a goal of raising $1 million to have on reserves for a rainy day. when maybe things, aren't as prosperous as they are right now.
When John first approached me and he said, I think we should have a bequest set up in our will for the foundation, which was all set up for our children. And I thought about it and I talked about it to the children, and we realized that they're our family. We love them dearly and I know they love us, but Buena Vita has become our family now. And it is a good thing to make a bequest. We treasure the fact that we did it. And we have had residents who bequest money for a specific reason.
Yes.
And they're allowed to do that. And where their money goes, they have control of, which I think is very helpful and rewarding sometimes.
That is a good point, that when we receive donations, they can be put in specific funds. With our plan, as always, and our guarantee, we'll spend the money that way.
It's so much more fulfilling if you know where your money's going. Buena Vita has truly become our family. We never expected this to happen when we moved here, but we know we're going to be here for the rest of our lives. And I honestly get the same good feeling about helping the Buena Vita residents as I do the Kisper kids.